everyone, it's Mrs. MLG here from Mighty Lance Games, and I am painting some Legions Imperialis ruins for the tabletop. I'm painting them very quick, and this is how I am doing it. I'm using Citadel Ushabti Bone, I'm using Dark Star Steel, I'm using Dark Star Aged Copper, Reaper Sepia Wash, and some Citadel Oxide, and then right at the end I'm also going to use some Javis Dark Green Coarse Grass. All of these are available from mightylancegames.co.uk and in our Bridlington shop, of course. These are for Mr. MLG's tabletop game of Legions Imperialis, and he sprayed them all with Colourforge black primer. I'm not entirely sure why, but they have started out like this. So here is how I am painting them for the tabletop. First things first, we're going to put a very quick brush all over of Ushabti Bone. Now the metal parts of this, so in here and there, are going to be with the Dark Star, so you don't have to cover those quite as much, but the brickwork is all going to be in this colour. I did ask Mr. MLG why he didn't prime them originally in this colour, and he said that it would add extra details and shadows. Personally, I think it's because he forgot. Not taking massive care as long as we've got a nice layer on there. It's more of a very quick dry brush, so I'm doing it very lightly, and then I can do another coat. I don't want to lose any detail by having the paint too thick. I'm going to carry on doing that. Give it a couple of coats, make sure everywhere is fully covered, and then we'll come back for the next stage. Then once you're happy with how many coats you've got on and how smooth you've got it, then we're going to use some Dark Star Steel. Going to put the Dark Star Steel on all of the windowy bits of the mini. So all of these bits, and on the inside as well, and on this bit too. Next we're going to use Dark Star Aged Copper to pick out the little circle details and all of the other metally bits. So these bits and the plates down there and these little things here, all in Dark Star Aged Copper. Available from mightylancegames.co.uk and our Bridlington shop on King Street, Bridlington, East Yorkshire. Has anybody ever been? Are you watching this and you know who we are and you've been to the shop? Let me know in the comments below. Let me know what you thought. Hopefully you liked it. So I'm going to do all of the little metal parts just to add a different bit of detail to these windows. The dark star paints are really nice and smooth, wonderful colours, and when they're dry, if you wanted to, depending on what you're painting, you can polish them to get an even shinier shine. So that's what we're going to do there, look. All of those bits all the way around, and these bits as well. You see that I'm bracing myself to keep my hand steady, bracing my little finger, and then I'm holding the brush so that it keeps my hand steady while I am painting. So I'm going to do that all the way around with this aged copper. Then we're going to use Reaper Sepia Wash. I'm going to actually water this down ever so slightly with just some water out of my water pot. A swishy swish swish. You dab it off on the cloth, and then we're just going to put this all over. Try and give it more of a weathered old effect. And to try and get it in the creases down there. Going to add more, the darker colour, more of it underneath these sections and on the stripy moulded sections on the corners, to make it look like these are running, like the rust is running down. You can always go over it again if you want to add more to it. It's easier to add more than it is to take it away. You could always go over with Terminator Stone, a dry brush, if you wanted the colours to be whiter in certain sections and creamier in others. But again, this is just a super quick get it on the tabletop. I'm going to do this everywhere, but some sections are going to be darker than others. Trying to get it in the lines on the corners along the top. Then we're going to add some Citadel technical paint. I'm not quite sure about this colour, but Mr. MLG likes it, and these are his after all. I'm going to splodge it in to the metal parts. I'm going to have a little bit running down as well. All the metally bits. Like that. They are ruins after all. I did also add the wash onto this bit to make it look a bit rougher. So it's not as shiny. I'm going to do that all over those metally bits. Then I'm going to use Geek Gaming basing glue and some Javis dark green coarse grass, just to add a bit of foliage around I'm going to use an old brush. I'm going to get some glue, decide where I'm going to put the bits, and then with a kind of pushing and twisting motion, going to wedge bits of foliage where I want them. Don't want too much, but I want to give the impression of things are growing in the ruins. So we could have some along the top here. Kind of squish it down and twist it to make it stay. Like that kind of motion. Maybe some would fall down here. Now if you wanted to, you could go back over your copper and add a few more shiny bits around. If you have too much green, it's entirely up to you. You can also go back over with Ushanti Bone or Terminata Stone if you wanted to, and give the edges a slightly brighter look. It all depends on how much time you've got and what you want it to look like. As well as that, you can add some extra over the top of your copper, your oxidization. Blend it in a little bit more if you wanted to. Just add little tiny touchy up bits if that's what you want to do. So there we go. Very, very, very quick and very simple for your tabletop. Hope that's helped. That's all that I did with mine. And they're going to be used soon on the table. Thank you for watching, everybody. Please hit that subscribe button and check out mightylancergames.co.uk for loads and loads and loads of stuff that you can use in your hobby. Thank you, everyone. Bye.